In this video, I'm going to compare and contrast the Wusthof Classic to the Wusthof Gourmet 5-inch boning knife. And the Gourmet is an entry-level knife set, while the Classic is their standard knife set. There's a big difference between the two knives. They start out with the same metal 58 hardness, but the Classic is forged and handmade, while the Gourmet is stamped and machine-made. So the end result is the Classic is going to be much more resilient of a blade than the Gourmet will. At the same time, the cutting angles are very, very different. The Classic is a very sharp 14 degrees, while the Gourmet is actually a very, very dull 18.5 degrees. The next thing to discuss is the actual bolster and the handle. Since the Classic is in fact forged, it has a very nice and thick bolster here that the Gourmet does not have. And what that does is aid in the rigidity of the blade between the tang and the actual knife. Since the Gourmet doesn't have that, it ends up just being one solid piece that's actually relatively flexible, something you want to consider. They both have full tangs. The tang of the Classic is obviously thicker and heavier. And the next thing I actually want to discuss is the handles. They look very similar when you first look at them, but the materials are very, very different. The Classic has a very smooth, very high quality handle. You can feel it and it just feels soft and nice, while the handle of the actual Gourmet line feels very cheap when you're touching it, almost like a dollar store knife that you would purchase, and I'm not a fan of that. At the end of the day, they both have lifetime warranties, but I really think that for the price the Gourmet is, there are so many better knives out there, and I especially think that if you're going to pay that much, you should either get a Shunsora, which is going to be probably a little bit cheaper and a much better made knife, or just pay the little bit extra to purchase the Classic and just know you have a great set of knives. Either way, I'll put a link down to both below. If you have any questions, any comments, or any concerns, as always, let me know. And otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.